Okay, apparently you have to say this now. If you're under 13 and you're watching this video, this channel is not for you, so beat it. Rob here with the Page of Horrors. I'm back. Took a little break after doing the videos during October for Halloween. Wanted to get through Thanksgiving. Christmas is tomorrow, so just want to take a little break. But we did have a movie come out this past weekend, which was Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I know it's not a horror movie, but how am I not going to comment on it? Now, before I tell you what I thought of the movie, I just want to give you kind of a brief rundown on what has happened with the Star Wars franchise under Disney. Back in, I believe it was 2012, George Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney. Why, you might ask? $4 billion. That's why. Yes, I said billion. He handed them the keys to the Star Wars kingdom, gave them an outline of the next 3 movies that he was planning on making, made Kathleen Kennedy the president of Lucasfilm, and said, here you go. You've got a built-in fan base. You can't screw this up. So once the ink was dry on the deal, money exchanged hands, Disney decided, well, what do we know better than George Lucas but Star Wars? Of course. So they shit-canned the outlines that he gave them and decided to go their own way with the movies. So J.J. Abrams made The Force Awakens. A lot of people thought it was a carbon copy of the first Star Wars movie, and I can see that. I mean, there were certain story beats that, were the same in both movies. I kind of looked at it as they were introducing Star Wars to an even younger generation now. I mean, people that were even around for the prequels are now grown up with their own kids, so they're kind of redoing the story for a younger crowd, and that didn't bother me, and I thought it was entertaining, so I liked that movie, The Force Awakens. So J.J. Abrams takes that movie and sets up things kind of for the next movie. The next movie was The Last Jedi. I did not like The Last Jedi. See, The Force Awakens made a buttload of money, so Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson, who is now directing this one, decided they were going to go a different direction than what J.J. Abrams was doing. So they were going to make a completely different movie. They didn't want to follow anything he had set up. They just knew they were going to make a Star Wars movie that true fans were going to love. They put in a bunch of social justice, politics, feminism, animal rights, all the things real Star Wars fans want to see in their movie. So how do you think that movie did? Yes, it was pretty much the most hated movie out of the series so far. It did less money than The Force Awakens, and it completely alienated their core fan base. And Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson both were on record saying, well, they didn't make this movie for the fans. And by the way, the Force, which is the part of the Star Wars movie, Obi-Wan Kenobi says in the first movie, the Force, it's an energy field created by all living things. The Force. Kathleen Kennedy wanted to make it female. You can't make this stuff up. Anyway, that movie came out. Carrie Fisher passes away, so they lose Princess Leia. They kill off Han Solo in the first movie. They kill off Luke Skywalker in the second movie. And they lost Princess Leia in real life. What are they going to do for the third movie? So now we're up to the Rise of Skywalker. And I said all that stuff about the other movies, not to shit on this one, but to illustrate the uphill battle they were going to have to make The Rise of Skywalker. They had to somehow unfuck everything that Rian Johnson did with The Last Jedi and have a way to put Princess Leia in it because she was supposed to be a main character in this movie, and they had to find a way to do it. Now let me say, I liked this movie. I liked what they did with Princess Leia and how they got her in the movie. I liked how they tied up loose ends. They answered questions that were set up. There was no agendas in it, no messages. Again, this is going to be no spoiler. So the core group of characters, which hadn't been on screen together in the other 2 movies at all, are now together in this movie. They have to find a thing so that they can do this other thing, and Kylo Ren is searching for them. So it's kind of a scavenger hunt type thing where the first half of the movie is them just trying to locate stuff so they can do other stuff so they can get to this one point and get this thing done. So the first half of the movie is kind of scattered, but it's action, it's action, it's action. And then once they get into the second half of the movie, they kind of get their footing and things start to play out a lot smoother. So I like the way they wrap things up. It's a good movie. If I had to rate all the movies together, which I haven't given any ratings for or any kind of grade for the other ones. But I would go Force Awakens, I would give a B. The Last Jedi gets a straight up D, and I'm being generous. This movie, I would give a B minus. I liked it. It came out well. They tied up loose ends. They answered questions, and they didn't hammer home any kind of agendas or put in any social politics or any of that crap in it. It was just a good way to wrap up the series. It's the end of the Skywalker saga. So go see it. A lot of people are bashing it right now, and I think the sad thing is that the people that are the hardcore fans of Star Wars had already made up their mind that they were going to hate this movie before it came out, which is unfortunate. I would kind of hope that they would give it more of a break. I think for what it is, for what they had to work with, I thought they did a good job. Go check it out. See for yourself. Think for yourself. Comment on it. Let me know what you thought of it. If you have any different opinions of the other movies, let me know that too. Comment below. Go check it out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate your support.